Hi, Hayley. It's really nice to see you. Thanks very much for having this little chat. So we started working together at the beginning of lockdown, which was March, April time. Can you just tell me a little
Yeah.
bit about where you were at and what you were up to and what problem you were looking to solve?
As you know, I run mobile cocktail bars. I launched my business in May 2019. We had a great summer lined up of some amazing events, mixture of private and public and so on. And then COVID hit, and obviously the whole events industry was just shut down overnight. Loads of question marks as to when we could start again. It was this kind of like, oh, it could be 2 weeks, it could be 2 months, it could be 2 years. I was holding my breath almost at the beginning of the year because I was ready to just get going and like run the race of the summer, I suppose. So that anticipation, where does it go? And I just felt really like someone had just like popped my enthusiasm balloon, and I didn't know where to put all my energy. I have a lot of energy and I didn't know where to put it, and I just felt a bit like directionless and lost. I needed a bit of help, a bit of clarity to help form an action plan, and I had to make an action plan. Like, I couldn't just sit still. It was my livelihood. I still had bills to pay, so I knew I needed to do something, and I had to do something. I run the business on my own, as you know, so I just needed that person to bounce ideas off, to sort of unload and help hash out a plan. So that's where it was just perfect. When we started working together, it was exactly what I needed at that time.
As you said, it was your livelihood. You took the great and bold decision to really take action. If you hadn't decided to do that, if you just sort of left it, what do you think the consequence would have been?
Taking that action has been the best thing to happen to my business. And actually, I'm very fortunate. I mean, I've gotten by just by the skin of my teeth in terms of paying bills. I've had very understanding suppliers who have helped me spread the load, but taking that action has transformed my business. And Lucky Pineapple is stronger than ever. By working with you, assessing the action plan, my whole brain was scrambled basically, and because of the pressure, like, shit, I have suppliers to pay. I've got to do something, and it's like the most frustrating thing when you're like, I've got to do something, but yeah, okay, I sort of know what I want to do, but I don't. It was. I think the benefit of like was immediately in that point that when we started working together, it was like just kind of unscrambling my head, unscrambling the ideas and working out, okay, let's put one foot in front of the other. Step one, step two, how are we going to do that? And that helped me take the action.
As you said, your summer extravaganza was taken out of your control, essentially, by external forces. But in taking control back, the business is stronger than ever. What's it looking like now? What's going on?
I always had a kind of strong online presence. The business is a very, I suppose, Instagrammable business. I had to up that online presence, and I had to offer that community a piece of Lucky Pineapple that, you know, they couldn't be getting out on the road at events because there were none. And so it was a kind of no-brainer to pivot over to an online offering, cocktail boxes and so on. This situation and the kind of thinking it through, having the space to think it through with someone like you, to kind of realize actually how that could pan out, and to turn it obviously into a reality. The kind of results of all of this is that I've never had a more steadier income into the business, because all of a sudden, like, my business is quite seasonal. The bars often go out in the summer, so there'll be like huge influx of income in one part of the year, and then perhaps over winter not so much. And so now I have this product that can, you know, regardless of if it's high sales or low sales, there's generally just a nice trickle of income every week to just keep things ticking over. The bread and butter I was missing, you could say, just made me just chill out and relax in so much more in regards to money, because that was always a kind of, I'm still a new business, just over a year. Things have been tight. I'm constantly reinvesting into the business. This has transformed my relationship with money and my kind of anxieties around keeping the cash flow in the business, also allowing myself to live a little as well. So it's just been transformative. I already had quite a healthy following, I think, for a new business, but this kind of product offering and just being visible at a time when everyone is online, like you could retreat, but like everyone was on their phone and the internet. So by having a reason to be there and to talk to the community that I'd already built, has just helped, all through taking action at a time when it would be very understandable to just retreat and cry and think, oh God, well, all the work that I put into that. Well, it's all feeding into each other now, isn't it?
You definitely didn't do that. And your natural resilience and grit and, well, hard graft actually got you this wonderful business, started the wonderful business in the first place. And you just it was such a pleasure, like watching you get excited about the plan and move forward with it. Not only has the business grown, but you've noticed a direct impact on your personal happiness. I guess that's the most important thing for me, that business is thriving and you're feeling happy.
I feel safer. Like I feel, I can't explain it other than that. I feel safe to have this. I don't have all my eggs in one basket. Entrepreneurs will know that, like, they're never short of ideas. It's not a case ever of like the ideas, but it's sort of such an emotional roller coaster. So to have that, the ability to speak with you, Natalie, at that time was just so valuable, to just order all the craziness in my mind and break it down a little bit and take a bit of the emotion out and just kind of just be like, right, 1, 2, 3, where are we going? So it was really helpful.
I just love them. I loved receiving my box and making the drinks, and I think your creativity is just inspirational. So thank you for just taking action and sticking with the plan, basically.
Thank you so much.